defense early on. The question is, what happens if you do you do get stuck in a rut? We saw what happened with Method versus Prophecy, where Method win that T-pistol, they win the first bar, and then suddenly the CT side is struggling to try and afford any amounts of buys. Then again, for Epsilon, if they want to start trying to have a good defense, starting your CT side, one of the issues that can happen on your T side is if people aren't hitting shots, and if things go south early on, it can be hard to actually bring back momentum and try and get your footing back into a game.
Yeah, it's true. It is going to be a lot about momentum as well. Now, that's one of the major factors is the emotion that is behind a team like exceL. They're more of like a little family, you know, very close-knit.
Yeah, I can say that.
Yeah, there's a lot that happens between them. And players like Boaster, they can be a bit of a loudmouth. They can feel the energy. They can really do
there he is.
Loud blows. There he is, of course.
Loving it.
Loving it, the Jake Howler. But the thing is with him, is if he starts off on a slow burner, Snots, he can't really get his mind into it. It seems like he just sort of cashes out immediately.
Yeah, Boaster's the type of player where you want him to have 2 kills in the pistol, 2 kills versus the ecos and the 4 spies, and get him into the game. Exactly. Exactly that. Obviously, exceL, as you saw, they had a boot camp at Windansky's house. Somehow they all managed to fit in there, but nevertheless, it will be the first round of the final game. So, Kits and Smoke onto Zinken. And for the Swedish side, they want to start on their CT defense early on.
See how they're going to optimize players as well. exceL actually going for an early boost towards mid with the smoke that is going to go over. This could be interesting with the flashbangs here as well, Snots.
Look where Jay-Z is as well. Towards sandbags. Kevzy's baited for him. Let's see if he can actually get 1 or 2 kills here.
Oh, this could be fantastic if he plays his cards right. He's just going to try and line it up and knock them all down right now as he will peek out. Spots them, but he whiffs it. Serves up a bit of an apple crumbles. He can't quite find the frags just yet. Somehow, Jay-Z's let it all slip.
And now on the 5 versus 5, the site is going to be exceL's the retake shop again.
They're pushing their way through. Zinken goes down as well off the back of a trade. So it's going to be a 3 versus 4 retake situation. exceL have already got the bomb planted and can fall back into effective late round afterplants. Mokken, though, not messing about as he makes a mockery out of J-Gem, takes him down. Luzzer will fall short as well. It's all up to Boaster and Connor. Can this dynamic duo go huge? Connor swings wide, tries to hammer down on the trigger with a Glock, finds 1 frag, ready for more. It's all on him right now as he's doing work, ready for the 3rd. It's Mokken with 1 HP, takes him down with a headshot. exceL kick it off with a bang.
1 versus 3 from Connor to start things off here. A team that relies so much on momentum and getting the early lead here, as they are gifted that round off the back of the pure individual skill from Connor. Epsilon going 1 by 1. They were low HP as well. They weren't expecting Connor to be hiding quad the whole time. Catching the Swedish side off guard, and there you have it. exceL taking the first pistol on their T side. And this is the issue I spoke about before, Jack, where if you're on your CT side on Cash, it's one of those maps like Train where you can really get stuck in a rut being 0-5 down.
Yeah. The deficit that you can, really get mounted upon you in a matter of seconds is horrific on Cash. It's one of these maps that can make or break teams if they don't really have things ironed out and flawless.
It's because if you don't have good utility, you don't have the AWPs to go 1 up towards B, 1 up towards A, have 3 players towards middle, you lack a Molotov towards boost as well. That's exploitable for the T side to take control of mid fast.
Yeah.
Anyway, though, let's see. You're already first go found by Zinken.
It's a bit of a zinger coming out from Zinken there as he gets the first, takes down Boaster, ready for more as well as he wants to try and tiptoe back through. Oh, that's the headshot on Luzzer. See you later. And Zinken is ripping his way through. The dirty deagle play coming out. Zinken, this man is inhuman as he rips his way through. It's all on Jake. See you later, Jake, as Epsilon respond. A filthy deagle round.
Flush the angles, Molotov out MBK, Molotov out quad. There's no reason to peek this deagle. 1 by 1 by 1. Zinken finding an incredible round there. And there you have it, the 2nd round on the stage from the Swedish side, and Zinken goes huge. A lot of questions to be answered here going into this one. As Lottie said in the preface before this one, a lot of shroud around this team, not really too much to be known, and already we're seeing some incredible plays early on, so maybe Zinken is a player to watch out for.
Definitely so. I mean, it just seems to be going huge with his deagle right now, but if he keeps that up, God help him.
Round number 3, sorry, and it's going to be the 4 spy from exceL as well. Kevlar on 5 players, 2 deagles. 3 deagles actually, make it 2 now. Luzzer does go down. He actually invests into this round as well, Jack, which means no AWP for Luzzer into the first buy round if exceL lose this one.
Just holding right now. exceL, no, they have time to play with. In terms of utility, though, it's not much. It's just the 1 smoke on both. They push through, but Kevzy is in sight, and he is ready for this as him and Jay-Z were able to find those frags fairly effectively. It's all up on Boaster now as he's trying to do something into the round ideally. Plays around the smoke, is very close to Jay-Z walking Z here as he lands a shot with a deagle. Can he get the 2nd close, but no cigar as Zinken will take him down. It's a cash builder as well with the MP7 there, so a nice response from Epsilon. They keep it consistent.
Yep, scoreline's going to go 2-1, and we should be seeing an eco coming out from exceL. And with that, having a 5-man full 4 spy, you can see already no players anywhere near $3,000 or $2,600 needed to buy the AWP into the first buy round. A team like exceL do rely quite heavily on Luzzer's AWP. Usually on a map like Cash, he goes boost almost every single round. He clears out white box, clears out Connector peeks towards sandbags, and then that's it. He's really done his job there. He's on the contact play towards middle, and then you send over the riflers over boost to clear close left and right and vent and whatnot. Anyway, though, it's going to be the Falika now, it's going to be the door burst.
Yeah, a bit of a shame. Obviously, they have nothing really to aid them, so they can't even smoke over to try and block off a line of sight. They just have to push straight in. Zinken, the usual suspect, is in position, trying to get sprayed out. Ooh, struggles though, Snots. He's tacked down a 14 HP. He's basically just got a full back hold onto the rifle. It's going to be keXe and JZ walking Z to try and retake this site. No bomb plant yet for exceL as well. And now the bomb's wide in the open. The horrendous way for this round to go. If exceL would have got the bomb plant down here, it would have been a nice little afterburner, give him something more to play with as the rounds develop, but that's really gone the worst case scenario for him.
Another issue as well for exceL is the fact that he had 5 players staying alive for Epsilon, so their money is starting to build and establish, which means going into these rounds here, they have money to fall back on. You can see 5,000-ish, 6,000-ish across the board aggregately for Epsilon per player. exceL going to have to chain rounds together if they want to actually try and bring this one back and not let themselves go down early.
This is nice as well. This is going to be a pause coming out. Oh, it's actually for Epsilon. Tactical timeout. I believe this would have been for exceL to try and adjust on how they want to do this. But Epsilon already coming in with a tac pause to try and break down what the first play could be for exceL here, as they will go for the full buy. Obviously, no AWP in circulation for Lazar. They do have the AKs, though. That's actually a tac.
So, no AWP for Lazar. How does that change the game plan here from exceL? Usually, you want to give your AWP a time to go for picks, peek towards a main. Maybe go towards door, open door, peek towards highway, go towards boost. We know Lazar loves going towards and on top of boost. Reason being is he can take the long range draws towards white box, towards connector, and of course towards sandbag, see if anyone's peeking him. Without the AWP, are we going to see more of a contact style play or an execute heavy style of play, as they don't want to be met by an opposition's AWP? Obviously, I believe JZ Walkins is the AWP for the Epsilon side. So you want to be flashing angles, you want to be smoking B main, mollying out checkers, taking control of the map tactically with your grenades. But of course, when you go for that full force bite, how many grenades are you going to have?
You need to keep them at bay as much as possible. This is the thing. For both sides here, I'd say, really, because we're seeing that confidence start to come through for Epsilon. But exceL in the past, when they do sort of find their foot in, they're quite explosive. They like to go for the little jabs and hit with a massive uppercut. And if they can sort of get those early little contact plays off into today's game, that's where they are going to be landing the huge killer blows.
And the way we described exceL as well was, it was almost as if Connor was the jab, and then Luz was the right cross, the 1-2 punch, essentially. Yeah. Luz is so strong in those 3 versus 3s, the 4 versus 4s, when the bomb is planted or the round is underway. He's not really, in terms of statistically, he was good at getting the first kills, but he's not really an AWP to be known to take over games.
Yeah. He keeps things together. He works with the rest of the team to make the bigger plays work. It's all very bigger picture for this exceL lineup.
No AWP to play into the first buy round though. Famas for Eric can actually get moneyed out already, but he will get 1 kill, 2 at that as well.
Eric, that is absolute lunacy. He stayed alive so long as he finds a double kill with a Famas, and then just burns off there towards the end as Boaster will take him up, but still a massive amount of damage done. He slows down the push, and look at the location of the bomb now. If they want to commit and try and go for this play, it's going to be so hard for them to recover that, play in a nice, controlled environment.
They have a smoke onto Windansky, so they can smoke off CT lower, flash heaven and try get the bomb, retrieve it from pit. The problem is that Windansky right now he's still towards B connector, so he has to try coming towards Sunroom, and of course towards B main, so he will take some time and actually be smoking off CT now. Lazarus uses flash towards heaven. Actually didn't throw the smoke, so that's extra time taken off the clock. He still hasn't thrown it just yet.
They set themselves up. He actually repositions, wants to just go for the close smoke towards CT, but luckily enough, Boaster is able to get a very effective play as he takes down JZ Walking. They now push their way in towards the site as well. Boaster going to go for the wide cross as he will dive through. Windansky gets the bomb plant down towards default as well. And it's just the one man on the site. If he can get off, this is a great setup.
Molotovs and kits though for Epsilon, and a smoke as well, so they can smoke B main. They can molly out default and back boxes here. Let's see what they can do.
Oh, Molotov comes in, Windansky on the aggressive angle. This could be huge if he lands the shot. The support man coming in, huge as he gets the first frag, takes down keXe. It's on Zinken and Mokken, the two that have flex their muscles a little bit into this matchup. But Boaster, a ferocious angle as he'll land a huge jab there, takes down Zinken. It's all on Mokken, trapped towards the site. They don't have any nades to help the side of exceL, but the thing is they've got time that's on their favor, and they've got the manpower as well. Lazar and Boaster, all they've got to do is just hold, wait for the peak to come towards them. They can face when he tries to tap the bomb. The double peak comes through. Boaster lands the shot, and exceL make the magic.
Composure shown by the exceL side. You saw there in the 4 versus 3. The bomb dropped towards pit. Only 1 smoke in hand as well. JZ does die towards CT, opens up the round for exceL and actually gives them a gateway into the round. Maybe he was worried that they were boosting towards vent, going back towards middle. Regardless though, it will be a round for the home team. exceL, 2 players from Northern Ireland and of course 3 from the UK. It's going round number 6 now, 3-2. Still another buy from Epsilon though. Actually a better buy than the last round.
Right.
And for exceL, look at their money. 2 Mac 10s in the season to Lazar. Maybe they're not anticipating the level of firepower Epsilon are bringing to this round.
It's very possible that actually, they might be going into
eco,
this a bit overconfident and assume they have gone for a save round, or at least a quasi, because the massive investments into the 2 SMGs here could hurt them. Connor and Jake, though, actually might be able to get a couple of cheeky frags if they play up close and personal as this push comes through. Eric is there. He rattles down with the M4, eliminates Jacobs. That's one of the SMGs out of play, but Mokken goes big. That's a great double kill. Eric as well spots out Connor. The only man left standing into this round is Windansky, and he's stuck at mid.
In a 1 versus 5, the best option he really has here is to try and take some guns out of the hands of the CT side and whittle down that CT economy. Gets split out and actually wins the duel versus exceL. He will whiff the spray. And now the 1 versus 4, he knows the player's going to be approaching him with haste. And there you have it. Zinc are going to take him down, and the reset comes out. So, Boaster being the last player, or the only player surviving the last round, means exceL's money may really be shattered going into round number 7.
Yeah, an unfortunate start there as well, because obviously they got a nice round off just in terms of how they played it.
Yeah, look at that. Sorry to interrupt, but obviously 1.7k across the board. They're going to go for the force buy. The problem is now for exceL, if they lose this round, let this one slip 5-2. They're going to have to eco 6-2. You're already giving away a 4-round advantage on your T-side cash.
It's a little bit of a deco as well. Obviously the 3 Deagles coming out. You've got the Glock over on Windansky, and Jacob just rocking the CZ as they will be setting themselves up for what appears to be a late round take towards the A-bomb site with mid control.
See if Connor can land a 1 deeg. JZ will peek out, spots out the player. Probably not going to go for the reface. There's no reason to give away the entry versus the eco. And as I say, they will go for the audacious repeak. Doesn't really seem to care. Anyway, 1 minute 20. exceL going to be rotating through T-spawn so they can't be heard, just in case someone's pushed towards B or pushed towards mid-main. And now slowly but surely they will be making their approach towards this B-bomb site. Mokken, back checkers here. Should be able to catch exceL off guard and actually holds the line. Doesn't even go for the hide-and-seek style of play.
Oh, he's full frontal assault right now as he will be holding ready with the rifle to just unleash a flurry of bullets. But Connor with a deagle. That is ridiculous stuff as he lands that shot. Creates an opener as well. If they can take down Eric now, they're in a great position to win this round. But JZ comes over as he focuses in, hones in and lands that shot. Eric as well just roaming left and right. Here comes the support through Vent as Zinken will get one. Jacob fires back with the CZ, but he's left on 1 HP.
Let's see here. Is he going to save the CZ armor? The bomb isn't down, so he gets no round loss bonus. Is he going to be changing his angle of attack? Goes through Vent, trying to see if he can catch a player off guard. Drops. Question is, though, have they heard him?
He should be aware. It's not that bad in terms of angles to watch for the CZs. 3 players toward that B bomb site. They knew where the bomb was. If Jake was going to reface, no matter what he did, most likely he was going to go down. So he will fall short once again.
exceL losing their force spike. And now essentially forced to go for a full eco. Eco meaning, of course, they won't be buying anything to the round apart from maybe some light pistols here. So you can see 3,000 to Windansky. So if he wants to, he can drop over an AWP. Lazar's 2.4k, so Lazar could buy the AWP himself, but has no Kevlar. Then again, with the recent changes to aim punch, it seems like Kevlar isn't too much of an issue, well, nowhere near as much an issue as it was before. You can be shot once or twice and still shoot off the AWP with accuracy. Anyway, they're round number 8, 5-2. It's looking likely that exceL get to 6 here already. Obviously, they have a lot to live up to, as the former Epsilon side was the Season 1 champions.
Yeah, it's true. Obviously, unfortunately, no returning players on that roster. exceL, once again, though, setting themselves up for a door burst. Basically, just want to get this eco round out of the way. They know there's not too much for it that can come to fruition from it. Jacob has the bomb. If he gets the bomb down, fantastic, but the likelihood of that isn't very high. They do push out, though. Zinken just holds the angle, but this time he is composed with the support of exceL as well. It's an easy amount of frags going to go in their favor. They do lock it down and get that 6th round.
As predicted now, 6-2. And we are going to be seeing the AWP bought by Mokken and JZ walking. So, are we going to see a 3 rifle set up towards middle, 1 up towards A site, 1 up towards the B site? Oh my goodness, that was crisp. Are we going to see 3 rifles towards middle, try warding off any aggression from exceL that they throw at them early? Are we going to see a change of pace from exceL where they speed up these rounds instead of going for the slow default? Now they have the AWP on Lazar. Are they going to go for a contact play maybe towards A? They've been heavily favoring that B bomb site. Only time we saw them go towards A was that pistol round.
Yeah, that's true. They've only really had that one go at it. And in terms of, I think it's just overall, in terms of the economy game, they haven't got themselves into a good situation. They can't settle themselves up correctly with the weapons they need to try and go for the takes. Even to this round, look how restricted they are in terms of utility.
Yeah, I mean, they have what? They've still got 4 smokes to play with. Biggest issues here being only 1 Molotov, only 1 flashbang. So when you're going towards their A site, you do want to molly out quad, MBK, default, forklift and whatnot. Especially towards the B site as well. We've been seeing Eric play very heavy towards default and back boxes. You want to be mulling those positions out. Still 1 minute left on the clock into round number 9. Bomb on Jacob. Going to be boosting up corner as well. One of the star players from the exceL side. Let's see if he can be the star they need.
Oh, flashbang peek. A little bit awkward, but Lazar with the response there as well. Nearly on the shot. He's giving him opportunities, Snows, but he can't quite connect them. And JZ as well.
Yeah, that's not good.
For these sort of plays.
Goes for a third reface, and we'll get the first gun onto Connor. It's already a Mantis advantage here for exceL. Epsilon looking better than expected here on Cash. And now for the side of exceL, what's the end goal here? 2 players towards door, 2 players towards A main. The AWP being picked up by, the AWP still on Lazar. Obviously Connor was the player to die, not Lazar. So they can try and contact A with the AWP, and then flash out the door and try burst the site.
It's an even match fight, but will they find success here as keZe's in position? Rattles off those shots. JZ as well rotates over, finds the frag. It's all on him as he's just blowing him away with the AWP. Zinkin going to get 1 towards Windansky, but there's JZ for the final frag. What a bloodbath. 4 kills to his name. He's just show-stopping right now.
7-2. We saw this happen with the Reason versus Team Envious game. Obviously, CT side train 7-2 up for the side of Reason. They let it slip eventually 16-12, but that was where the favorites were losing. In this scenario, it's more so like the underdogs essentially. Maybe it's like 60-40 in favor of Epsilon in this game. Still though, Connor with the Deagle. One of these 2 rounds they won was actually the 1 versus 3 from Connor. So when you substitute that, this could be an even more one-sided affair.
It's true. That's the thing, mid-control is so vital on a map like Cash as well to set you up for the majority of strategies that unfold throughout the map. And gaining mid-control is so hard here. I mean, JZ Snod's normally known for, of course, watching the throne, but in today's game, he's been watching Boost and finding success every time.
He has been doing just that. Bomb's still outside towards Boost. You've got no Kevlar for the T side right now, just 3 Deagles. They're trying to see if they can get a lucky headshot, essentially. Try and see if they can find an opening. JZM is giving them one.
Oh, that is a ridiculous shot.
Yeah, confidence right now to JZ, continuously re-peeking towards middle. Obviously had a stint in Renegades in North America. And there you have it. Lazar will dish out the karma for playing so over-aggressively. And now into the 4 versus 4, but still you are favoring Epsilon here. They have the rifles, they have the utility, they have kits as well. There's no armor for exceL, so even if they retrieve the guns of the dead bodies from Epsilon, there's no armor to back it up.
Tell you what as well, Snods, there's a bit of a welcome mat down on the A site, and exceL, they've got absolutely filthy shoes on. They want to walk in there, make their presence known, rub it all over the welcome mat, and take control of the sites. There's only 1 player close by, it's Mokken, but he has an AWP in his hands. Just going to run straight through. Good timing there, actually, as he bypasses Mokken. Tucks in, everyone's in late round positions as well. They can just hold, but they want to extend, try and take the fight. At least get a weapon in their hands. Lazar, 2 filthy shots of his Deagle into this round. He can't quite get the AWP, though. It's too far gone. Zinkin and Eric will take down the roaming players on that T side. exceL, they got a little bit too confident, and they get punished because of it. But Windansky, he's got the Deagle. Can he go huge? A double kill comes out, needs to get the 3rd, but he'll fall short. It's keZe in a 1v1 against Lazar. It will be a hat-trick for Lazar if he gets it, and Lazar does it.
The spam with an Eagle will grant exceL round number 3. You can see how relieved those players are for exceL. That's a big round for them to win. That's a full eco as well, Jack, which means they're going to have money in the bank. They win that round. They can take the weapons off the dead bodies from Epsilon. And you can see you've got $4,800 into the bank of Lazar, 1,000 as well into a couple players. So the money isn't as bad as it should have been, with only having 1 player stay alive. Nevertheless, they're round number 11 now. 7-3. Epsilon. They want to try and reset the cash here of exceL. Lazar going to go for the boost, trying to see if he can peek into JZ. But this time he's actually walking towards door.
Trying to make his play. Oh, Lazar as well gets an opener into this one as he goes for the initial strike, eliminates keZe. JZ walking Z as well could be offering himself up as a bit of a sacrifice here if he continues on his current warpath, as the angle is being watched by Windansky, but the timing and the confrontation isn't really going to go how he wanted it to.
Man advantage now for the CT side. Epsilon have 5 players still live and kicking. Good flash out as well, spots Lazar, so he knows his presence towards A. 1 towards door, 1 towards A main. Question is though, where are Epsilon going to be fielding the majority of their defense? Mokken with the AWP towards Checkers. Eric with the M4 towards D4. So there's 2 players towards B. You have Zinkin towards Highway, trying to see if he can spot out middle. The problem is, exceL are grouping in towards A main, and there's no way they expect this play from JZ.
Oh no, not straight in behind the smoke as well. This is quite cheeky. It's quite audacious. Let's see if they're ready for it. He gets one. Will he get away? The movement. B hops his way out, glides out. Admin, he's doing it sideways.
Man advantage again for Epsilon off the back of the crazy and audacious AWP plays from JZ. And now 3 players towards their main. The remaining players as well from exceL. JZ would have peeked out, saw all the players from exceL, and he would have saw the bomb. So question is, do exceL try and fake this, but they don't have time to run back towards B?
Jake wants to try and take the fight as well, but the angle's just being covered by JZ. Walking sees Incan as well, peeks through. It's all on Boaster, but this play is integral with a face from main. You need to try and do it at the same time to get it to really work. And Boaster, he might just have to try and save this and hope he goes unnoticed and flies under the radar.
Boaster, another 1 versus 4. He shouldn't. At that point,
If they would have waited,
yeah,
exactly. Wait for a second, deny any cash bonus.
So what happens is, if the bomb isn't planted and you kill a player after time, on the T side only, then that player will get no round loss bonus. And that round loss bonus is 1.4k, 1.9k, 2,000, 3,000 regarding how many rounds you have lost in a row. But obviously a massive performance here from JZ Walkings. 13 kills and 4 deaths, 8-3 being the scoreline now. It's going to round number 12. Another eco coming out from exceL. They won the last one, but I don't think Epsilon are going to be giving away this one for free as much.
Yeah, you can't imagine so. They've also got very smart with the terms of Molotov's uses as well. They know exceL like to go for the early boost towards mid and then relay off the back of that and try and find a weak spot from that initial play. And JZ Walking's, he's found a lot of crisp shots. I think it's fair to say he's not. This time around doesn't get the first, but he will eventually double down as he gets the second on towards Jacob. Knows Connor's there as well, but he whiffs it. Does let Connor stay alive for a little bit longer, and they're fully going in. They're trying to use the full aggro strategy right now as they will sprint towards him. Zinken as well holding towards short is going to fall eventually as Windansky was on the site. And it's all up to Boaster. It's a matter of trying to do damage, at least mount some kind of warfare against what Epsilon have, but it's only 2 casualties they can muster.
9 rounds already here for Epsilon. Usually we're expecting map like Cash, 60-40, 50-50 in terms of how the rounds go. 9-6s are very, very common for both sides, Ts or CTs. Usually seeing 8-7 sort of score lines. And again, it seems like Epsilon just outclassing exceL early on. Round number 3, so there are still 3 more rounds to be played out here. exceL going to be buying up into this one. They cannot allow Epsilon to already have double digits on their CT half, especially when you consider the fact that they won the pistol.
Okay, this is good as well. exceL, you go for the tack timeout. This allows 2 things. Primarily, I think Ross is going to be able to come in here, provide some insight. One of the things that Ross is very good at is trying to just rebalance the emotions in this roster. Because as we touched on, Boaster and co, they can be loud. They can really get into it. Windansky and Boaster, everyone likes to pop off a little bit. But when things don't go right for them, it really brings down the energy level. So Ross trying to reset him mentally. Then we're going to see Jake coming in, float those ideas around. He said he's got some new stuff up his sleeve. I mean, Cash itself is something that was unexpected out of everything we've ever seen.
I feel like a way to describe exceL is deflated or elated, in the sense of they're either extremely happy, they're shouting, screaming, they're giving it. Then as soon as a few rounds don't go their way, it seems like they really just fall flat. There's no real momentum. And I said before, in the after they won the pistol, this is a momentum-based team. The fact that Con had a big round spurs everyone on. But from then, they've fallen flat since then. 9-3, 6-round advantage here for Epsilon so far, and a round which, if they win it, they'll get to double digits.
To be fair, it's a hard round they lost as well. That reset coming out with a 5k deagle, just, it's not a way you want to go.
Yeah, I mean, if they had won that versus Nico as well, this could be 7-5, and at that point you're thinking, okay, there's still a chance for both these teams. But then again, so far it has all really been Epsilon, bar a few rounds. Talking of bar, where is Bar and who's calling?
It's true. Obviously, that entire different roster.
Is it JZ because he's in the middle? Is it the coach trying to chime in as well? Some good calls. Obviously, he's only allowed to talk during the freeze time, but you can still give calls during the freeze time. And you might just have another player be the mid-round caller who's on the roster. Bomb still towards T-spawn from exceL. 1 minute left on the clock. They're playing very slow. Lazar towards boost, holding for the peak towards connector. He's hoping that JZ Walkings will give away the first kill, but actually instead he's taking the AWP towards that B side, changing his angle of aggression. They have given up mid here, and you can see heavy presence towards A main and towards B main, so Epsilon give up mid, but they have control. They've taken A main and they've taken B main, so really, exceL is still at the loss here.
This is the thing. They've lured exceL into a full sense of security. They've let them take the only bit of map control that is held as a choke point, so they can just find these frags when the peak comes through. They know exactly where they are, and their structures are defended. It's a great setup from Epsilon off the back of their confidence into this round. exceL as well gets one, removes the in-game leader from the side of exceL. Somehow Zinkin gets that frag on towards Boaster. Oh, there is a trade back, luckily, from Connor, so it leaves them a 3v3. It's a manageable scenario, but they need to be swift in taking down Mokken.
Mokken towards default runner, being pinched in from Highway, and of course through door and a main. First play joins the site. Connor misses though.
Push comes through. Look at the time as well. It needs to be now or never. They can get the bomb down. Luzza, with the aggressive stance he's taken, will be able to backtrack a little bit and support his teammate. But when Dansky goes down, he wasn't ready from Eric to face from the sideline. Gets one shot off. It's the battle of the Orps here. exeWalkingZ against Luzza. Oh, he goes for the face. Spots him by E-Box. Just holds as well.
Has no idea. He doesn't know that it's crossed, does he?
Try and play for the timing here, but he's not holding the right angles. You said he didn't realize he's actually got across. exeWalkingZ should win this round.
Oh.
Peaks finds the shot. That's a 10 rounds on the trot. Now they get that locked down. I mean, exceL left with 3 in the buffer. It's not enough. It's just not enough.
Found the first kill. They didn't know that Luzza was towards quad. They thought it was still towards default. And then you see the exact same happen. You see Eric there looking towards default and Highway. Didn't actually know that he was on quad, at quad, sorry. And the same happens there, but unfortunately, Karma comes right back. Yeah. And Luzza doesn't anticipate the fact that JZ has already crossed. He thought maybe would have been saving. Round number 14 now, penultimate round of the first half here. 10-3, 7-round advantage, and another force spy coming out from exceL. AKs onto one player, Wendansky, Mac 10 for Jacob, and he's actually, in UK Pro League, he's known for that Mac 10.
It's true.
I'm not joking.
He's the UK's Haji. Loves a bit of Mac 10. Always kicks off a fuss with a weapon as he runs around like an absolute lunatic. But let's see if that is going to be coming into play right now as they regroup themselves up. Once again, it's actually a very hands-off approach that Epsilon's doing. This is a very nice way they've actually been playing their CT side passively and then high octane when they need to. It's very dynamic, nice tempo play.
Yeah, they're confident here. They're not showing any fear. We've seen some very good plays here from exeL, from Zinkin, and of course JZ, definitely the MVP so far with the AWP. Luzza here with his smoke towards Highway, I believe, the jump throw. And they are lining up the execute towards the A side. They know that JZ's trying to be AWPing towards A. And let's see. Actually, Epsilon playing for retake here.
Push coming back through. exeL going to play close towards Forklift here and just get ready for the frags to come towards him. He actually will reposition as he spotted out Wendansky. It's a little bit of an audio cue as well to aid him into this round, give him a tad more information as the flashes are soaring through the sky. It's an all-out assault that is being mounted on the A-bomb site, but can they rain havoc and take control, or will this uprising not really work out right now? It is going the favor in Epsilon as all of the frags are going their way. It's up to Wendansky now to try and claw it back. 26 seconds. He's in close proximity by the CTs as well. He actually just fend off quite effectively, but JZ with a long-range shot takes him down. It looked like it might have been manageable there, but Wendansky, heartbroken at how that has unfolded.
They modded out quad, they modded out MBK, they did the smokes as well. The issue was, as soon as that Molotov faded towards quad, there was no one holding it. They waited too long. There was a miss. There was almost like a miss time between the smokes and the Molotov, because the Molotovs go out, but the smokes didn't land, so the time to actually go on towards the site, it was too late. The Molotov faded, and there's an easy big 2K there from exeL. If he had gone down earlier, that would have been a 3 versus 3 with the site in favor of exeL.
Yeah, shame. Just every now and then, these slight issues, slight cracks in the setup that isn't really working out for him. It's a massive hindrance to exeL. But let's see if there's a chance here. Get this final round down. Give yourself at least a bit of a fighting chance. If they lose the pistol right now, Snods, it's looking pretty dunzo. As the push will come through, though, Zinkin holding close towards mid. Luzza does actually overpower him, but Mokken was in retaliation with the CZ. Gets the trade back and keeps the loop going.
4 versus 4. Mac 10 still in the hands of Jacob. 2 AKs in the deagle for Connor now. Mokken holding the line here with the AWP. Thankfully, though, exeL did have a smoke here to block off the vision. But look at this. exeL towards Forklift could go huge.
Oh, exeL is ready as the push will be coming out. He tries to get the spray, but Wendansky lands the headshot. Mokken is armed and ready as well with the AWP. He tries to go for the shot, but Connor overpowers him. This is good, Stas. They might actually get themselves that 4th round. At least it's some kind of a lifeline, as they absolutely need it. It's a 2 versus 4 retake. They're outnumbered 2-1. They're not in a great position, but they have an abundance of utility. Hit Eric in the rear.
JZ can flash the default site as well as soon as Eric comes.
Eric is ready behind. He will actually get spotted by Boaster, but he takes the fight and he wins it. He's denying everything that exeL have been building into this round. It's still got the teammate in exeWalkingZ as well, so he has fire support as he wants to push his way in. Overextends, Wendansky takes him down. JZ hits the deck as well. Epsilon denied that round. They do claim it, but can they try and keep it going?
So, going to be throwing to Lottie now. Let's see what she's got to say to a few of the players from the Elite Series.
Thanks, Snoz. So I'm with the lads of CSGO here. Guys, what is going on in this game? The first round, Connor was on fire in that pistol round. What's going on now?
I don't know, I think they've just lost too many rounds in a row. Like they win one, then they lose one, so their economy is just completely screwed. And I think that's why they're losing. If they can just string some rounds together, it would have been a much different game. But
Neil, what can we expect from this second half now?
Pistol is massive. I feel like Epsilon looked really, really good, especially that 5-man from Zinc, and that was unreal. But second half, exceL, they're pretty good on CT side, so I think if they get pissed around, first gone around, they're right back in the game.
Pickles, your bestie's up there. Are you rooting for him?
My boy Buster. Yeah, of course I am. I think if they get pistol, like Neil said, they could come back, and I hope they do.
Well, we're going to have to wait and see. I mean, it's a difficult game. Cash, not quite the usual exceL map either. So they have been practicing quite a lot. Do you think that they've still got this in the bag?
No, I mean, I don't know why it's Cash, being honest. Like, they didn't play it once in Season 1. They should have got something like Inferno. They're really good on that map. They would have really taken Epsilon to the end. I think they kind of thought that Epsilon were going to pick Overpass because online they've been picking it a lot in their games. So I think Jake and the boys kind of thought, oh, they'll pick Overpass. So, like Tom was saying, Epsilon definitely won the veto, and it's been shown like in the first half.
Well, let's head back to our dynamic duo on the casting desk. It's Snods and Jackie.
Thanks so much, Lottie. Yeah, and of course, you know, you've got the wise words of the beam machine, Neil M there, spreading how he thinks this one's going to go. There's potential, Snods. As he said, if they get that pistol, they might be able to make it work.
It was the same storyline for Prophecy, where they had the 11-4 half, and there's so many what-ifs, right? What if they win pistol? What if they win the first buy round? Suddenly you could be looking at an 11-7 scoreline, or if they win the first buy round as well, 11-8 forcing eco, 10-11, right?
Yeah.
Are they realistically going to get 6 rounds on the trot? Probably not. When you look at actually the momentum and how Epsilon have been playing so far, Jay-Z walking, in terms of pure firepower and the... What's the one I'm looking at? The way he plays is so difficult to play versus because it seems like he's always somewhere else. He's door, he's B, he's middle, he's towards white box, he's towards connect, he's towards sandbags, he's towards default site, he's towards forklift.
He utilizes a lot of the cheeky one-and-done angles. He likes to play a approach of CS where it is very random. It keeps you on your toes. You can never expect him to play the same angle twice, which is, it's hard to counter because you're never quite sure where you're going to have to just run in and try and get past and bypass an AWP.
Crucial pistol round now for exceL. If they let this one slip, then we could be seeing a very fast game here. 4 players towards the B site from exceL, and this could be a very poor read and a costly one at that.
The smoke comes in. There's only one man on the site, though. It's Luzza. Is he going to be ready? He needs to go sick into this round to try and keep him alive. He gets one, though. Tries to get more. There's the second. This is the Luzza we need to see. Snipe him with the AWP and snipe him with a pistol as he'll find that double kill. Slows them down, buys his teammates time to try and go for this rotate.
4 versus 3, man advantage here for exceL. And as I say, that kevz finds the rotate player into the 3 versus 3, and Epsilon, they have the site. Oh.
They play it flawlessly as well. Connor actually does get on the site. He has the smoke kit. This could be huge, Snods, if he plays his timing correctly, but unfortunately, Eric is too hot to handle, runs straight through him. Connor has hit the deck.
Face palms across the board from exceL. They know that's pretty much the final nail in the coffin here for their chances in week 1 of the Elite Series. Both pistols going in favor of Epsilon. Most of the buy rounds as well at that. Actually, no, sorry, I'm completely, I'm wrong. exceL won the first buy round and it's still 11-4.
Yeah.
So actually, we're looking at a 12-4 scoreline, Jack, and these pistols have gone 1 for 1. And usually in the best of 1, we're saying, okay, these pistol rounds are so pivotal, they're so crucial, but right now Epsilon's shown that they don't even need the added buffer from those pistol rounds.
Yeah, it's true. They're just playing with confidence. It's really just been individual skill that has been overpowering them. Obviously, there's been huge rounds from Zik and Jay-Z walking Z, and they've just been popping off when they need to. It's a consistent level of damage that everyone's firing from now. They're really living up to the hype as Jay-Z walking Z as well opens it up once again, takes down Connor. Both still retaliate towards Mokken, so at least it's a 4v4, but the sheer firepower advantage on Epsilon just really doesn't give too much faith to exceL.
Are they about to come behind a player without realizing? Eric drops off boost, and now Lars with a well-timed play towards boost, lines up one player, goes for the spam, gets one, but unfortunately in that scenario, you have to try and get 2.
Windansky on the side, though maybe he can claim 2 heads. He's got his Deagle raring to go. Finds one, but couldn't quite get the deadly second shot off. But it's just on Zinc, and they're making this work, Snods. They're repeating history, it seems, but they're flipping the role. Zinken on the site with a Galil is taken down, overpowered by Jake M. They might not have got the pistol, but they sure got that round.
This is the lifeline that exceL needed. If they'd lost their 4 spy, lost their eco as well, this would have been a 14-4 scoreline. Off the back of winning with the pistols, there's still a chance here for them. Only 7 rounds behind now instead of 10. And now they're the ones with the better buy. They cannot let this round slip.
It's a bit all over the place. It's a bit like a jumble sale. There's not too much really going on from here, is there, Snods? You've got the UMP coming out, the Galil, AK, and M4 Anafamus.
Yep. So, round number 18 here. 12-5, 7 round advantage, as I said before, for Epsilon. So, still the heavy favourites here, but then again, there is still a chance for exceL if they can take this one, force an eco, try and make it 12-7. Suddenly, you have 5 rounds separating these two teams. But it's all stepping stones and one hurdle at a time.
Yeah. You got to cross the bridge when you come to it.
Oh, he made noise.
Oh, he's giving it away. They're going to be able to check this as well. The instant they clear it, they'll know of his location. Obviously, this boost's very effective if you can do it without being spotted out. They might actually not even send this attack towards the A side now. They've got mid control. They can just leave the lurk in Eric to late round, just dismantle the play from exceL. This is incredible.
Thankfully, though, Luz up. He's not watching Mortal CT, but this... Speechless. I'm speechless at that play.
It's let the entire round slip away right now. Jacob as well was forced to jump off atop of Boost, so he doesn't have that advantageous position in play anymore. They know there's one man towards a site. He loses his head to kephzey with the Deagle of all weapons. Connor trapped at mid. Windansky there to provide a little bit of support, but a 2v5 retake in this scenario is not what they want to have to try and face. Windansky aids him as they get the first frag. They're trying to do more. They are actually doing a bit of damage here, but they're losing health. They don't have much time to play with either. They have one kit and double flash to aid them into this round, but they're getting the tags out. They just need to go with full confidence here, try and make this work. They can grab that Molotov as well that might be able to aid them ever so slightly as time is of the essence. They push round. The face goes in the favor of the T's though, as JZ, Walking Z and Eric find those frags, and Epsilon are feeling it.
Epsilon go for the 3-2-1 peak, and obviously three players up greater than 2, and they would have the advantage in that scenario. Speechless because that play towards middle right, Mocken's killed your mid player. You know that mid's exposed. You see a smoke come out towards highway. In your head, that should be triggering CT or vents, one of the two. Laza goes back towards car, and in my head I'm thinking, great, this is a good play from Laza. He's going to be checking CT. He's going to mow down all these players with pistols, but actually, he's oblivious to the fact that it could be towards connector. And because of that, like dominoes, they fall one by one. 13-5 now, 8 round advantage for Epsilon. The reset comes out, full eco here for exceL. It's probably going to go 14-5 here, Jack, and I don't see exceL coming back with this one.
No, it's such a shame. That was their lifeline there, being able to get that reset round, but having the same done to them sets them up for defeat right now. It's just delaying the inevitable. Unfortunate as well, haven't been able to get themselves those 10 rounds on the board, just sitting here with a measly 5 right now, and they don't have anything to really give themselves a little bit more of an edge, so it's looking like they won't even be able to achieve those bonus points at the very least.
Bomb towards mid-main here from Epsilon. They're playing very, very slow. They're using Eric as a information probe here, peeking up towards A, trying to see if they're stacking towards the A side or the B side. You can see 2 players here towards A main, Jacob and Laza, holding each other's back. The question is, though, what happens if one of them falls?
It can be a nice little crossfire. Jacob actually extends out, gets the tag. Mocken, he wants none of this. He's just going to wait for his teammate. Zinken has site control. They can go up short as well. Snods, they have complete map control here. So exceL might be in good angles, but they're not going to be that effective into how this round has unfolded. Eric as well finds that kill. There's a trade back as Laza will get one, but Mocken wants it back in his favor as well. Somehow it's just left on Connor in a matter of seconds. A 1v4, he's got a P250 to his name. He has to just hide.
Shall go 14-5 now for Epsilon. We've only seen one team so far unable to get 10 rounds. That was Prophecy, and they got 9. They're 1 away from that. exceL, will they be the second team to not even get 1 point for themselves in week number 1?
Oh. Connor with a P250. Couldn't compose himself, couldn't find that frag there and stay alive, at least give himself something to work with. No confidence left, really. It seems like they've just been... They've been slapped down, Snots. They look broken.
So, going into the next round here for exceL, what's the play going to be? You know that Epsilon have been favouring towards mid play.
Yeah.
They like sending players with a boost. Are you going to try and counter that with potentially play towards white box, sandbags, vents, and whatnot? 3 players towards middle. But if you do go 3 towards mid or 2 towards middle, what happens if Epsilon do a fast execute towards one of those 2 sites?
It's hard as well. exceL, one of these teams that they invest a lot into these rounds. We'd like to see that double upset coming up between Connor and Laza. They have to have a good, healthy economy to win rounds, and they've just never been able to find their foot in this matchup. They should have information here as well.
Again.
They've just got straight through, bypass went down towards mid. They should be aware of what was occurring here, but it seems like a bit of chaos has occurred between them all. Right now as the frags do come in, Laza though, with that impactful flick. If he gets this second shot, he could win the round right here, as he'll take down JZ, keep them alive as they needed that.
14-6. 8 rounds now separating these 2 teams. There's potential, as there is potential now, for the comeback to come to fruition here from exceL. Obviously at this point, You are playing versus another buy from Epsilon because they have been chaining rounds together. If you win this round, make it 14-7, force an eco 14-8. Suddenly you look at the 6-round deficit. There's a lot more chance. The problem is right now you can see 2 UMP buy for Boaster and Connor. Lars with the AWP once again, but actually Epsilon arguably have the better buy here.
Now though, Epsilon on that T side, it seems like it's really playing to their strengths as well, the level of aggression they like to take. They like to hit from all angles, hit hard and fast, but Luzza back with confidence now. Seems like they want to try and go for those more audacious plays. They know they need to have something different. Throw another egg into the mix, because the cake's just not looking good.
Eric towards door. Just listening and waiting, trying to see if he can hear Luzza rotate off the A site. If he does, they can call for the execution towards that site. Zinken, though, will go down towards middle. Boaster finds the second kill for the exeL side in this round, and we are seeing a 5 versus 3. And now we're seeing some momentum as well behind these exeL players.
This is good. And look at this as well, the counter boost play they're going for. keXe's going to walk straight into the arms of Boaster. He should be aware of what's occurring if they actually step as well. Counter molly comes through. Smart play from Boaster. Doesn't run the risk of taking too much damage here, as he will be able to slip back. But he's only on 9 HP, Snods.
He is low, but he is good for information here as well. If you can smoke off mid-main or flash, try and cross back towards middle. And he can delay time. Talking of delaying time, Eric towards door will eventually go down. Luzza finds a second pick for himself into this round, and it's looking all exeL here.
Yeah, this is very good. This is actually how they need to play these rounds. The smoke comes over as well, as they will try and block off short, I believe, depending on where that landed. Mocken wants to try and push for on his lonesome, but Luzza, complete clear vision and a nice angle that favors him. It's an easy frag. Jacob as well get that kill back towards keXe. They can grab those AKs. Now they're starting to build up that economy. They can work with the double up setup if they feel the need to do so, get that out on Connor. Right now, though, as they've actually got money to play with, it's looking like they found their footing.
Now, what's the buy going to be looking like for Epsilon? Are they going to go for a full eco? And with 2,000, 2.4k as well on the bank, he may as well. It's going to be Zinken there, buying up an upgraded pistol on the PT-50. Apart from that, 4 Glocks across the board. exeL another round here, which they should be able to claim. If they make it 14-8 and win this next buy round, make it 14-10, then we could be looking at something.
The ace site once again has a welcome mat though. It's the old fateful door burst that is going to be the play in this round, as Mocken is waiting as well. Jacob should get himself a very easy spray down right here. He should just be able to pick them off, at least soften them up so his teammates can take them down. They have a huge amount of utility in terms of their nades as well, so this should be a very easy retake if somehow Epsilon do get thrown to the site unscathed and get the bomb down.
Jacob playing a very tight angle though. As you can see, the bomb is on site just about. Molotov comes in, but if the bomb is planted, it's an extra $800 for the team.
Oh, that was the backstab as well towards me, but they do deny the bomb plant. They find the frags. Eric's the only man left standing. He's just stuck between a rock and a hard place right now. And Jacob, he gets dinked in the head, but he still fights through the pain.
Crucial, yeah, crucial that the bomb was not planted. An extra $800 for the side of Epsilon would have meant full utility, a Molotov flash at a bare minimum. Oh, sorry, Molotov double flashbang as well. But basically, you're denying an AWP onto JZ, and you're denying full utilities. That bomb plant denial was key into this round here. Round number 23, 14-8 now. exeL only 6 behind after being 9 initially. Instead of assuring, they are claiming rounds on the board in unison. Biggest issue here is if they let one slip, then suddenly they're forced with the only real chance of making it to OT, or 15-15 the draw.
Yeah, it's true. It's not a great situation to be in, obviously, as well, when you realize that is the fate that will be looming above your head. But right now, exeL seem like they've been backed into a corner, but all of a sudden, as they have, they've got that second win. They've been reinvigorated, and they're finding just fantastic shots across the board. Windansky as well. This could be a power play angle.
Gets the flash from Connor. Team play comes in, and then you have the first frag found here by exeL. They really want 10 rounds as a bare minimum. They want to get 1 point at least.
I like this as well. This is smart, the methodical play that is coming through. keXe wants to get that trade back to put them back to an equal situation, but Windansky just furthers it even more so as he gets that frag out. Now, Eric with Zinken. They want to try and take that duo control towards mid and regroup back through. They're going for the Wolfpack style CS.
They have no presence towards B or A. And now Boast is actually holding for the connector push just in case it happened. Towards high where the play will happen. A nice fast flick there from Luzza will mean we are seeing a 5 versus 2.
Ferocious. Zinken as well. He has got control here towards Vents as they're setting themselves up to try and slip straight in. I wanted to secure this B bomb site. There are 2 CTs close by though, and the rotate can come through from Boaster as well as soon as the call is made by his brethren on that site.
Obviously, we are seeing a 2 versus 2 essentially towards the B side. And it begins.
Smoke comes through. They need to try and block off that line of sight. They push straight in, but they just get overpowered. Windansky peeks out, gets 1. Connor gets the second as well. The Irish firepower comes in, and they lock it down.
14-9 now. One of the things I really like about this new addition to having the 1 point if you get 10 rounds is you see teams really, well, usually what would happen is it would be a 14-5 scoreline, everyone gives up, but now you have something to play for. It's like, okay, boys, we're 5 rounds away from getting at least 1 point. If we get 10 rounds on the board,
yeah,
at least we still get 1 point. It's something to take forward and take away from this game. So it seems like Prophecy, exceL, these teams really were lifted with this new change in addition to Season 2.
Yeah, it's true. exceL right now as well, 1 round away that should essentially be given to him for free at this point, as Epsilon don't have too much play with it. It is a bit of a light investment. They try and go for a quasi. They want to make it work if they can.
Yeah, we did say that last time though, and Zinken basically shut us all up.
He has got the Deagle out.
Exactly. This time he isn't towards MBK. He's instead towards, well, he's on the T side, so he's outside door. So Epsilon right now, they're just holding towards mid-main, waiting to see if there's any aggression from the side of exceL, but actually, they're playing quite passive towards mid here. Boaster spots out 1 player, and he's going to reface it with a flashback.
Oh, Boaster's got info, but they've swarmed in. They've really gone all out with that aggressive burst. This could be bad for them if they don't try and adjust accordingly. Jacob tries to gain map control, reposition around, slip in towards main right now, but the push is coming through thick and fast from short. Luz is there as well, but the AWP can only take 1 target at a time, as he will find one, ready for more, does repeat. Luz is doing work. Jacob keeps him at bay as well, as they're confused at which angle to focus on. And this dynamic duo defend the A site spectacularly. keXe goes down as well. 10 rounds secured at the very least for exceL now, but there's still a chance. If they get the following 6 rounds and lock this down, it'll be a huge result.
If you remember, Jack, they were the team that were able to bring back that 15-9 deficit versus Infused to qualify for top 4. The question is, though, can they do something even better than that, even greater? Has their extracurriculum team-building exercises helped them? So far, so good. I mean, it seems like when the opportunities were low, the chance of them winning rounds or even winning the game was definitely fading away. They seem to not mentally tap out, though. Kept their focus. They managed to get 10 rounds now, so they are getting 2 points as a bare minimum. And now we're seeing a tactical pause here from Epsilon after losing 5 in a row. They're starting to feel the pressure here and feel the heat that exceL are giving them.
Yeah. It's a good situation to be in as well, because these timeouts right now, for a team like exceL, when they're actually starting to find their momentum, get themselves back up, you can hear the little giggles, you can hear the laughs coming out, they're sort of feeling it themselves, and they get into a scenario where they get out of their own heads, they don't care as much. It allows players like Luzzer to do damage. You see Boaster start to pop off more. They're going to play with confidence. That's what we need.
Round number 25 now, 14-10. Another buy round here for Epsilon.
That's so addictive, you know.
Remember, they're still not on their match point. They need 2 more rounds. exceL needs 6. Hard part's been done. They've got 1 point here. Hopefully they don't let it slip now that the pressure is a little bit off.
JZ tries to take the first strike, as he will waddle his way in towards Sunroom over at B. The smoke wall does come into effect as well. They don't want to give away any free information. It's going to be the contact play, actually, it seems. He's just walking straight through the smoke. This could be smart if someone is waiting on the other side, but exceL is set up in a better position.
Just holding. He's hoping that someone peeks him. But instead, Boaster with an AWP does find one. Eric does get a reply kill, and suddenly we're seeing a 3 versus 3.
Yep, already down to the wire into this round. It's speedy stuff as the B site is under onslaught. They might actually be backtracking away as well. These audio cues should be somewhat received.
Nobody was close, though. You had a player towards CT, player towards D4. They didn't hear them leave T main. B main, sorry, now as well down to Luz with the AWP. He's going to be hearing the steps go into A main. The rotation's coming in.
He's looked effective in this position in the past, but he misses the opening shot. That's the most important. Couldn't quite get the second as well, as keXe takes him down. Jacob, close by truck. He's on the scene. He needs to cause a stir, but Jacob going down spells defeat at this point. It's all on Windansky. He's got himself a rifle. He has utility to aid him as well. He needs to go huge into this round.
1 versus 3. They have money, so there's no real reason to try and save it. Has to battle the AWP from JC as well. He's been having a stellar performance here. But now, we've got 1 flashbang as well to his name. How's he going to utilize it?
Windansky, he's got experience. He's been in this situation a million times. He knows how to take the fight. But unfortunately, you've got to peek an AWP like that. It's just a one-way win. And Epsilon do get it. They get that 15th round. They've at least secured match points. No, it's a scary situation to be in now for exceL.
5 chances now for Epsilon to close this one out in regulation. They don't want to draw. They want to secure that 16-10, 16-11, get the 2 points for themselves. But let's see. They had 3 players stay alive, which means their money hasn't really established too much. You have 3.6k onto JZ Walkings. You got 3.6k as well onto another player on the side of Epsilon, which means in terms of reset potential, there's a bit. If exceL win this round, make it 15-11, suddenly you're going to be seeing the round loss bonus reset for Epsilon, which means they're going to go for a weaker buy. Probably going to be, what, 2 AKs, 3 CZs, or 2 Deagles, or whatever. And then suddenly, if exceL win that, 15-12, Eco should come out from Epsilon, 15-13. A buy, 15-14, and then you could be looking at potential for this 15-15 draw.
exceL, looking at their just trying to mentally reset here as well, have an idea of what they want to do as they realize they have no second chances now, Snods. They do have the funds to afford a bit of a crazy play, so I wonder if we are going to see that double up setup come out. We've seen that in the past where Connor would wield that secondary up and find a lot of success.
Yeah, he was good with it, actually. Issue was, that was on Mirage, that was on other maps than Cash. We haven't seen exceL play Cash before. And I believe when I watched the veto, they banned out Inferno themselves. Or vice versa. They either banned Mirage themselves or Inferno themselves.
exceL banned Mirage.
Yeah, exactly. They banned Mirage, and then Epsilon banned Overpass, and they banned Inferno. So they're actually taking up the good maps from exceL. Anyway, they play towards middle here. Fast play at that. Epsilon, they need to close this one out now. They have 5 more chances.
Yeah, this is true, whereas exceL, they have no chances. It has to be now or never. Windansky forced that position because of the Molotovs as well, but no one spots him out and takes him down. He also hears the audio cue of what's going on. Connor, he has that secondary up. They have gone for the double up step towards B. Connor can be incredible with this weapon. He can be a prolific fragger at the best of times. Windansky finds that headshot on Woodzink, and Connor goes down to exceL. Boaster is raring to go as he hides over by a headshot. They bound towards him, try and give him a hug as he will find that kill. Ready for more as well. He's got sight control. Luzza snipes JZ out of the air, and it's all on exceL in a 1v3.
Knows that one plays towards headshot where the bomb is as well. Kits, good utilities well run out for the CT side. Boast not low enough. That HE won't be enough to take him down. He still has to find all these 3 players individually.
exceL tries to take the fight through. Jacob is watching the cross as well. So at the very least, there should be a tag at the information relay. Boaster trying to peek round, wants to extend out. exceL's ready with a rifle, but he can't quite land the shots. Luzza hits the wallbang of all people as well. So he is going to be going down. Luzza on form into this matchup. I think he's sitting about 25 frags right now.
Guess we'll take a look in just a second here once we go back into freeze time.
They seem to have it fixed. They seem to have it fixed in their
15-11 now. The reset will come in. The round loss bonus has gone back to 1.4k for Epsilon. In terms of kills for the CT side, Luzza 24 kills, 22 kills there for exceL, and also JZ Walkings above 20 as well. So those are the players really stepping up to the mark here. It's going to be the Eco coming from Epsilon. They're not going to go for the full force buy.
Getting ready to try and go for this play. Connor holding it down as he is scoped in. Wants to try and snipe and ward off the opposition. That's a nice flick to get the first shot. Ready for more as well as he holds the cross. They try and bound across. They will actually bait out his fire, but Connor switches out to the sidearm. They've got sight control, sure, but they have the retake potential into this round. 4v4, they need to get one more frag, Snods. There isn't that strong of an arsenal on Epsilon, but it's the positional advantage that comes back to bite them.
They have an M4 onto JZ Walkings, but low HP. One shot from these M4s or the AK will eventually take him down. Mocken as well, trying to see if he can get the peak towards heaven.
JZ going to be repositioning back through towards mid. He spots out Jacob though as they go 1-for-1, but it's just one man left on the site now. He's got to be quick to dive through vents. As the push comes in, Eric falls. They can jump on the bomb. JZ goes down to Connor as well. And exceL, they'll get round number 12. They're trying to push it as close as they can go.
15-12. Initially, what was that? A 14-6 deficit? Or 14-5, sorry, at that. Massive plays so far from exceL. Round number 28 here, 15-12, 3 rounds away from forcing overtime. Again, the double set of run out from exceL. They want to funnel Epsilon into the B main, into checkers, into A main, have Luzza as well, wreak havoc onto these players. Epsilon try to go for a burst play, but actually you can see audacious play there from Connor, goes for the peak, but doesn't see anyone just yet. And you can see once again as well, Epsilon grouping outside B. They're not smoke towards B main, and at this point they can go for the full execution. Look at this, look at the risk right now that exceL are taking, leaving Connor alone towards the B side.
Connor waiting out as this push is going to come in. The Molotov goes down as he wants to try and strike here. It's an awkward fight to be taken. He will fall, unfortunately, overpowered by Zink in there with the AK-47, so B side control has lost. They've got control of it here. Oh, there's a lurk as well of JZ, but he gives him up. He completely threw that away. Windansky gets the frag. Now it could be manageable. Windansky is low, sure, but there's a lot of potential here for the side of exceL, depending on how they mount their next move.
Chaos ensues into the retake right now. Windansky and Co trying to retake in through B main. You've got 2 players as well towards CT. Somehow, someway, exceL is still alive. The 4 versus 1, the bomb is ticking so fast.
Yeah, time is of the essence. They have Kit short, but they're losing the man numbers. This isn't the way it should be going right now. Luzza trying to peek out. He has to make the play, connect the shot, goes for the audacious flick, but he couldn't quite connect it. They literally have no time. They have to push in. It's all gone wrong. They find the frags. They get the round. Epsilon pick up the win. Unfortunately for exceL, they're not going to be sliding in and picking up their first victory. But this is Epsilon, a new lineup, but still finding wins.
Was a valiant attempt, though, from the British side. And Northern Ireland, of course, the UK side of that. Initially 14-5, they managed to bring back nearly 7 rounds there on the trot. Bringing it back slowly but surely. Problem was they went for the risky play. They knew that Connor was playing so well towards the B side. They didn't expect that. Epsilon was still going to take the fight towards Connor. The burst play with the smoke, the Molotov towards D from the flash in as well. And as Connor went down the 4-4 retake, time ticked away, too far, too gone. And with that, exceL do lose. But they did get 12, so they do get 1 point at the bare minimum.
That's the thing. Silver lining there, of course, they do get themselves some bonus points to play with, so it's better than nothing. But obviously for exceL, still going to be crushed that they weren't able to continue on further and get that first victory in the ball. But fair play to Epsilon. They lock it down fantastically. But for now, let's have something over a little bit more fantastic. It's Tom Deacon and the boys on the desk.